So now to the second part of the whole process and this topic that we are having today. That's so uncalled for. I'm going to be talking about everything I did personally to gain admission. I already talked about doing it yourself and searching for an agent. For me, I used an agent. They did my whole admission process for me. So I'm going to put the link. They kind of prefer if you just fill their form, and if you want to use that, they will reach out to you, have like a consultation session with you, and then from there you know what you want to do. Yeah, the first thing I had to do, which I've mentioned, was I did a consultation with them. I'm just going to say this: before I decided to use an agent, I was very skeptical. I had my doubts. Luckily for me, my friend was like the scapegoat. Yeah, because we were applying together, we wrote our exams together. She got time. She was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna use an agent. I think she found them through somebody too. She reached out to them and she started her own process. Fast forward, as clicked, glad it clicked for her, and that gave me like a credibility to actually start my own. I filled the form, they called me, we had like a thorough session of consultation, asking me questions about what I need to do. I've already done my research, so I already know the things I wanted to do. They would advise you on what you need to do based on your experience and probably your undergraduate studies. They're going to give you room to talk and everything, and you also have to talk, ask questions. Nobody's gonna beat you. They sent me a list of school tuition fees, so you can pick from those courses, because these courses they're going to send you is going to be based on either your experience or what you study for your undergraduate, because it kind of helps you if you study something similar to what you want to do for masters. In my own case, I was looking to do my masters, right? You can decide to do an undergraduate course again, you can decide to go to college, it doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do, just know what you want to do. That's the major. Yeah, in my own case, I was looking to do my master's, so that was the conversation I was having with them. And my experience was in digital marketing, and I studied food science back in the university. So I explained everything and we met in the middle. We picked a course that was suitable for me, the fees I needed to pay, the duration of the program, the opportunities that awaits me after the program. They told me virtually everything, talked about post-study work permit. It was just a lot of insights from there. It kind of like broke everything down to me. I was able to make the best decision, and I chose a course that suits what I wanted and my goals in life. Yeah, so I'm sure that some people are wondering or curious right now as to which course that I probably picked or I'm studying. So I chose to do the MBA, Masters of Business Administration. That's one thing I've been meaning to do for like the longest time. However, in Nigeria, you kind of have to have like a connection from your undergraduate studies or a certification or your job experience into the business environment, right? Before you can gain admission into certain school, you need to have like a background, because I actually did my findings, right? And luckily for me, by the time I sent my job experience and my course that I did during my undergraduate studies, the options that was sent to me by the agents, MBA was at the top. And I'm like, the way God will. I think that stemmed from my digital marketing experience. After they sent me the list, MBA was at the top. I picked that and they started the whole process, right? At this point, I'd already paid them half of the money that was requested from me. I paid 1,650 USD. However, I think the price is lower now. I think it's about 1.5. And if you use like a referral, like put my name in the referral stuff, I think you get $200 off, and then you pay 1.3 for both processes, and it's black market rate. Best part of it is you can actually pay for the first part, which is your admission process. Next thing is going to be your visa process, which you then pay for at that point in time. However, for your admission process and your visa process, you have to do the two with them. You're not going to get your admission from them and then run away with the admission to go and do your visa process. You are going to enter an agreement with them. So that's that about the fee for the agents. And after that, I already mentioned how they're going to give you a list of schools and a list of courses. Then after you've selected the course, they're going to send you the requirements for the courses. Maybe you need IELTS, that's IELTS, or you need a certain, everything you need, you're going to send it to you, and then you would go and do these things. I advise that you just write the IELTS anyways. It's valid for 2 years, so you can always use it anytime, any day. Reach out and ask for the basic things they need, which is your CV. You're going to send your CV. I sent my CV, my IELTS, my school certificates, everything about yeah, basically everything about my studies and my work experience. I sent everything to them. And after I sent that, it took about 1 month to 2 months, at most 2 months, to gain admission for me. And once they got the admission, they gave me an offer letter. So the school will send an offer letter to your agent. Once they get the offer letter, you have to pay a particular deposit within 30 days, right? So the school is going to give you the deposit that you're going to pay. You're not paying it in the agent's account, you're not paying it to them in any way. You're going to pay it to the school. So nobody is scamming anybody. Your money is going directly to the school. You can go to your school portal after you've paid and they've given you your password and your PIN and everything. You can go to your school portal to check all these things, and also everything is transparent, is safe, is confirmed, is legit, right? So you pay that deposit into the school. After paying that deposit into the school, that's when you now get your admission letter. That is letter of acceptance, right? The first letter you get is your offer letter, which is like to show that, oh, okay, they are giving you an admission here. However, for you to kind of like redeem it, you have to pay a tuition deposit, right? So once you've done that, they send your receipt, you send your receipt to them, they do everything, that you get your admission letter, which is what you're going to tender for your visa process. Now, before the agent will send you your admission letter, there has to be like, and there's obviously an agreement, you're doing your visa process with them, right? So you will kind of pay for the next thing, which is to start your visa process. And it also depends, you can pay for both at the same time. You will get the worth for your money, trust me. I'm here right now, so it's not a thing of, oh, transparency or whatnot. You can use my agent, you can use any other agent you want, but like the ones I can vouch for is the one I have used before, so it makes sense. I think that's basically everything about the admission process. That's it. So in my case, for my admission process, the three things I needed, I think four things that I needed compulsorily was: one, you need to have a CV, a well detailed CV, right? You need to have a CV. If anybody is going to be using my agent at any point in time, you can reach out to me. I can send my CV to you, a copy of my CV, and then you can follow how I did my own. You need a CV. The next thing is you need your IELTS. You need to get like a good score in your IELTS, at least a 6 for the academic IELTS, and it needs to be valid within the period you're applying for, right? You don't want to do your IELTS now and then after 2 years you want to now go and use my agent. You have to rewrite the IELTS again, and that's it. And you need to have your money ready, your money to pay for the tuition deposit. That is very, very important, because transferring money from Nigeria to the school here in Canada takes a while, depending on the route you use. In my own case, my dad used the bank. It was like a check kind of thing, like a draft kind of thing. I don't know how it works, but it was 2 weeks. It took about 2 weeks to get to that side. And if they don't confirm your payments and everything, it's as good as you've not paid. So they need to confirm that they've gotten the payments, and also all these things. It's time conscious, right? You have 30 days to do a transaction. Obviously, if you do it now in the beginning of the month of the 30 days, you have 2 weeks for the transaction to reflect on the other side. That's another extra week for them to confirm. So you just want to be on check. You need to get all your funds ready at the time you're consulting with this agents, with my agents in this case. So yeah, I think those are like the top 4 things you need for your admission process to make sure that you secure your admission: money, your CV, your IELTS. I think that's it. They didn't collect any application fee for me. I'm guessing that's already part of the payment. I didn't have to pay any application fee back for the school or anything. Now I'm just going to move into the visa process.